Hi, thanks for joining our session, 8 Customer Loyalty Hacks for Increasing Repeat Shoppers on Your Parts website. My name is James Windrow. I lead marketing here at Revolution Parts, not just for the company itself, but for our customers, and helping to ensure that they're successful selling parts online. A little information on Revolution Parts before we get started. Currently, we work with just under 800 new car dealers in the U.S. to help them sell a little over $200 million every year in OEM parts. We're trusted by 4 of the 5 top auto groups. We're dealer.com certified. We're CDK approved interface. We work directly with eBay Motors. We're a partner with Insignia Group, and we're a Google Premier partner. So we have quite a bit of expertise in this area, and that's what we're going to share with you today. Okay, let's hop right in. As you probably know, it's always easier to get existing customers to return and buy from you than it is to acquire new customers. And that's because in most cases, you've already established a relationship with them. You've already built the trust. And in many cases, those folks want to have someone, a trusted advisor, that they can look to and that they can come back to and spend their hard-earned dollars. So let's talk a little bit about how do you build that trust? How do you establish that relationship? Of course, it all starts with great customer service. This can be as simple as answering phone calls and emails from your online shoppers. It may seem easy, but surprisingly, a lot of dealers hide their contact information on the site and are afraid of talking to customers. Sometimes it's because they don't want local customers to know who they are or complain about the lower prices online. But you can easily make a unique phone number and email address for your parts website. It's happened to me more than once where I've talked with parts managers who have said that their biggest concern about selling parts online is not how do they generate more business, but how do they keep service customers from walking up to the desk and asking for the lower price. And yet that happens so infrequently, so rarely, that they take precautions against something that is extremely unlikely to happen. So it's never fun to deal with unhappy customers, but the occasional one is unavoidable. When you do get them on the phone, it's important to be sympathetic to their issues and remember the last time you were frustrated by a shopping experience. You don't have to let them walk all over you, certainly not. But if the mistake was your fault, take responsibility. If it's not, do everything reasonably within your power to make them happy. What's interesting about this is that you could, especially if you're selling online into your local area, you could be building a customer for life, not just from a parts standpoint, but from an overall dealership standpoint. You could be generating a customer who's going to come back and use your service department or buy a new car from you, or somebody who already is. Shipping inserts. So these are very simple little thank you notes or cards that you stick into the box with every single order. It thanks your customers for doing business with you and gives them an incentive, typically a promotion, to come back and buy in the future. This is great, especially for customers who are buying parts and accessories that have expiration dates, like air filters or oil filters, possibly floor mats, things that they will need to buy again and again. This keeps them coming back to you time after time. You could also use this as an opportunity to invite them to leave a review. What we know for certain is that reviews lead to increased conversion rates. People want to know, and they want to hear from their peers. They want to hear from other buyers. Are you someone that can be trusted? And when they read reviews, both good and bad, it helps them make an informed decision, which ultimately can lead to increased conversion rates, more revenue. Next, be an industry expert. We've talked about trust a few times during this session. People want to feel comfortable and confident with their purchase. Most of them, not all of them, but most of them are not car experts. And there's so many parts that they could buy or should buy that it can be confusing. Good or great parts websites allow for the user to enter their VIN information to make sure that they get a great fitment guide. But in some cases, the buyer may not have their VIN number. And so what they want to know is that you, as their trusted advisor, are going to help ensure that they are buying the correct part. And so answering questions, responding quickly to emails, those are the types of things that are going to lead to greater revenue, higher conversion rates, more people buying, and more people coming back and buying from you time and time again. Remarketing. So this is not familiar to a lot of folks, but essentially what it is when one of your visitors, a buyer, goes to your website, if they do not purchase, or if they do purchase, after they leave your site, they still see your ads. They see your ads on other websites, your display ads. They see your banner ads. They see them on other websites that they are visiting. What this does is it helps to reinforce, one, your brand, your online brand. Two, it helps keep your brand top of mind so that when they are ready to buy again, they do buy from you. And three, if they didn't buy, then it helps during that first 48 hours after they've been to your website, it can help get them to purchase, to come back to the site and make a purchase. Email marketing. So my guess is that your dealer most likely uses email marketing quite effectively to promote new cars, to promote service, visits to the service department. And so surprisingly, most parts managers are not using the same techniques to drive business to their parts website, which is surprising because there are so many things that car owners need to buy multiple times a year. As I mentioned earlier, air filters, oil filters are just a few of them. Headlights, bulbs. There are so many opportunities for you to directly engage with your customers in your region or beyond to win their repeat business by simply emailing and reminding them or providing promotions to them that would encourage them to return and purchase from you. This is really low-hanging fruit. This is easy stuff. Next is engage on social media. So this one is very interesting because most people who are in their 30 to 50s are using Facebook or Instagram. They're using it on a regular basis. And so when you engage with them where they are, when you remind them or help remind them of yourself, of your brand, when you remind them that, hey, it's getting to be winter time, I should think about new floor mats or new tires. It's soon going to be summertime. I should think about a new air filter. These are the things that will help people to remember when they are surfing the web and they are checking out their social media. These are exactly the kind of communications that are non-intrusive, as long as you do it within reason, that will help engage them and get them to buy from your site when the time comes. And it's also extremely inexpensive. Okay, post-purchase communication. This is very similar to the thank you card, which is also post-purchase communication, but it never hurts to send a follow-up email. Make sure they received their parts, make sure they're happy with their parts. It gives the customer the impression that you care about them and that you want them to be happy. And this is something that helps continue to build that trust and reinforce that you are someone that they can look to in the future. Now, I know it can be hard because you probably get dozens, our top customers get dozens or hundreds of orders a day, But the reason they get so many orders is because they continue to build those relationships. And interestingly enough, I know this session is really about getting your return customers, or getting your customers to return and purchase. But all of these techniques, everything we've talked about to this point, are also ways that you can get your customers to refer you to their friends and family. Get those same folks to drive new business. Okay, do something special. So earlier we talked about including an insert in the box. One of the things that you can do, especially for large orders or customers who have repeat business, return multiple times, a personalized thank you note is so appreciated. They love it, right? Customers love to feel special. When you make them feel special, they become evangelists. Not only do you win their business time and time again, but as I mentioned just a few moments ago, they will tell everyone and anyone about the great experience that they had. So handwritten notes, thanking them for their business, just using, a standard thank you card, or even just an index card, in anything will work. And if you want to make it extra special, include a discount code for the next time they buy. Some sort of loyalty program would be very helpful as well. So in a nutshell, those are just a few of the techniques that you can use to get your customers to return and buy from you. And as I mentioned, just to kick this off, it's always much cheaper. It's always much more affordable to get your existing customers to return and buy from you than it is to acquire new customers. So one thing that may help is, if you're interested at all in Revolution Parts and how we can help you grow your parts sales online, we're offering a $250 allowance that you can use towards any web store or eBay store, simply for attending the Revolution Parts demo. That $250 can be applied towards your setup costs, towards your monthly subscription, towards your marketing services. It can be used essentially in any way that you choose. We help new car dealers just like you to rev up their sales. I invite you to visit our website at RevolutionParts.com. There's a section called Case Studies. You'll read about, you can read in the words of our customers about their success and how we've helped them to achieve that. I encourage you to take the time to read those, and when you're ready, give us a call or send us an email. Be happy to show you how you can also be successful in growing your business and increasing sales 3, 4, 5, 10 times. Thanks for your time. I hope you found this information useful, and I look forward to hearing from you someday about your own success story. Take care.